Life kept teaching Harry the same lesson over and over again, that he could rely only on himself.
What you doing, you pig-head sucker?
Every day for the last 10 years, Loretta there has been giving me a large black coffee. Today she gives me a large black coffee, only it's got sugar in it. A lot of sugar. I just came back to complain. How you boys put those guns down?
Say what?
Whoa, we're not just gonna let you walk out of here.
Who's we, sucker?
Smith and Wesson and me. Go ahead. Make my day.
But no matter what, he kept his faith. In the morality he insisted on defining in his own unique terms.
Say it ain't so.
No, this stuff isn't getting to me. The shootings, the knifings, the beatings. Old ladies being bashed in the head for their Social Security checks. Teachers being thrown out of a fourth-floor window because they don't give A's. That doesn't bother me a bit.
Come on, Harry, take it easy.
Or this job either, having to wade through the scum of this city, being swept away by bigger and bigger waves of corruption, apathy, and red tape. No, that doesn't bother me. But you know what does bother me?
What?
You know what makes me really sick to my stomach?
What?
It's watching you stuff your face with those hot dogs. Nobody, I mean nobody, puts ketchup on a hot dog.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about having our fingers in the holes and the whole damn dike's crumbling around us. Inspector Callahan, Lieutenant Donnelly sent to get yourself down at Commissioner's office. Now, on a double. Swell.
But Clint, unlike Harry, always had wider horizons to explore.
Get ready, little lady. Bella's coming to breakfast.
American Outlaws, American Dreamers, when Eastwood on Eastwood returns. We now return to Eastwood on Eastwood. He was the farmer Josie Wales, before tragedy turned him into the outlaw Josie Wales. The Civil War, brutal guerrilla warfare on the Kansas-Missouri border. The beginning of a vendetta that will extend through the war and beyond. His enemies will pursue Josie relentlessly for war crimes of which he is innocent. Fleeing them, he's also escaping civilization and its commitments. He thinks they can only end in betrayal and bitterness.
I think if I had it today, I'd approach it with the same enthusiasm. The parallels between those times and the post-Vietnam period were very, very striking. And I thought it was a statement that needed to be made. I also liked the way it treated Native Americans, with a lot of humanness and a sense of humor.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I'm getting better sneaking up on you like this. Only an Indian can do something like this.
That's what I figured.
You figured.
Only an Indian could do something like that.
Chief Dan George was not really an actor by trade, and he was quite elderly at the time, so he had trouble memorizing some of his lines. So I finally decided, I said, Chief, you just tell the story in your own words. And he would sit and tell these wonderful, poignant stories, and they would just almost bring a tear to your eye sometimes. He had this great way about him, this great humor. And the whole picture was about relationships like that, and Josie on one hand trying to resist establishing relationships, and the more he resists, the more this community sort of builds around him.
Oh, Chief, I was just wondering, I suppose that mangy red-boned hound's got no place else to go either.
Might as well ride along with us. Hell, everybody else is.
Yet, as he rode on, a deadly reputation accrued around this hard-put and desperate man, seeking peace and anonymity. Celebrity as a gunfighter is thrust upon him.
Well, you're gonna pull those pistols and whistle Dixie.
Respites from the world's malice are never long for Josie Wales.
I'm looking for Josie Wales.
That'd be me.
You're wanted, Wales.
I reckon I'm right popular. You a bounty hunter?
Man's got to do something for a living these days.
Dying ain't much of a living, boy.
He finally understands that you have to go on with what there is and what you have and rebuild your life with whatever help you can find, whatever tools come to hand.
Josie's final confrontation with the man who almost destroyed him. Is he torturing him as he has been tortured? Or is Josie Wales himself now redeemed, offering a last chance at redemption even to irredeemable evil? This was a turning point in Clint's career, a memorable assertion of his filmmaking craft and ambition. But he was always willing to explore other, odder roads. Low, funny roads, where even true romance can take some very curious turns.
Man, I'll tell you something. Clyde, this is gonna stop. People are gonna talk, you know?
Everyone told me not to make every which way but loose, but I thought there was something hip about it in a strange sort of way. Clyde turned out to be great to work with. Orangs are cool. They're kind of shy and introverted. You have to kind of coax them out of their shells.
Here.
They also like to study things out very carefully, especially their co-stars, I discovered.
Clint was a divorced dad by this time, so he loved having his kids join him on the set. This was one Kyle and Allison Eastwood especially enjoyed visiting. For all his sweetness, Clyde, like his master, was no one to trifle with.
Ain't gonna be no weenie roast. No, this time it's gonna be a egg roast.
Right turn, Clyde.
Like Clint's colleagues, the critics despised the two pictures he made with Clyde. But the public loved them. They were the most popular movies he had made up to that time.
God, you're a handsome devil.
No American back road wound more eccentrically than the one that brought Clint to Bronco Billy's Wild West show. This may be low business, but it's also a sanctuary for cracked American dreamers and sweetly dangerous idealists.
The chief got bit again with a rattlesnake.
Damn.
Running Water took him back to their truck and gave him a shot at Doc's snake bite.
I don't know why you can't just do the great Apache flaming arrow act.
I thought you told him to use a gopher snake.
I did, but he's a proud Indian. Well, Bronco Billy is a person who says, I am who I want to be. And he was a guy who was a dreamer, and it was sort of the last of the American dreamers. But unfortunately, his dream was something that was totally obsolete, which is a Wild West show.
The one and only Bronco Billy McCoy!
He's a one-time shoe salesman and an ex-con, but he's also a man transformed. It's every American's right to do just that this movie celebrates.